Hello, friend of karmic affinity. Have you ever wondered, amidst your most brilliant moments of success, or when holding a precious item you have long desired, why a strange sense of emptiness suddenly rises in your heart? You realize that this joy, no matter how intense, will eventually fade. You realize that this youth, this health, and even the loved ones by your side will one day have to leave. If everything in this world, from a vibrant flower to powerful empires, must follow the cycle of birth, dwelling, decay, and disappearance, then ultimately, what do we strive for? What is truly important and worth holding on to amidst the endless flow of time? This is not a pessimistic question. This is the courage to look directly at the greatest truth of the universe, which Buddhism calls impermanence. Today, join me in seeking the answer. To see that the fragility of life is not a reason for despair, but an invitation to live more deeply. The origin of fear before change. Why do we fear change so much? Why does our heart ache when we see a single gray hair, or when we must say goodbye to an old friend? It is because humans have a powerful instinctive need for control and security. We want to freeze time at its most beautiful moments. We cling to youth, to identity, to relationships, and believe they are forever. We build our castles of happiness on the foundation of things that are inherently volatile. The Buddha taught that suffering does not come from the fact that all things are impermanent. Flowers fading, the moon waning, people coming and going. These are the laws of nature. Suffering is born only when we try to resist those natural laws. We suffer because we want the river to stop flowing and the clouds to stop flying. It is the resistance, the non-acceptance of reality, that is the blade cutting into our soul, not change itself. The biggest misconception about impermanence. My dear friend, when facing the truth that nothing is forever, our minds easily slide into a dangerous psychological trap. We ask ourselves, if all efforts eventually turn into smoke, if every love affair ends in separation and this body eventually returns to dust, then what is the point of living? We feel nihilistic and want to give up on everything. But this is the biggest misunderstanding preventing you from touching happiness. Impermanence does not come to strip life of its meaning. On the contrary, it is impermanence that bestows upon this life its most brilliant and precious beauty. Try gazing at a rose blooming in the garden. Why does your heart vibrate before its beauty? Is it because it will bloom forever? Certainly not. If that flower were made of plastic and existed eternally regardless of time, you would pass by it with indifference. It is because you know that tomorrow, or the day after, those soft velvet petals will fade and fall, that the moment of looking at it right now becomes infinitely precious. Finitude creates value. Death honors life. The meaning of life does not lie in the length of time, but in the depth of presence. A tight hug with full intent before the hour of parting carries more weight than 1,000 days of living together indifferently. A look of understanding in an instant can warm a person's entire life. When you are deeply conscious that you do not have forever to live, nor forever to love, you will stop living like a sleepwalker. You will begin to cherish every breath, every morning cup of tea, and every smile of a loved one. Impermanence does not make life meaningless. It wakes us from our slumber to live every moment fully, as if it were the last. That is the greatest gift of change. Things we shall not cling to. Having understood impermanence, we need to soberly identify what we are clinging to. Most of the constant anxiety in our hearts comes from trying to build our house of happiness on the foundations of unsustainable things. These are money, fame, power, or control. My dear friend, money is a means to live, but it is not a secure refuge for the soul. Fame is like mist praised today, forgotten tomorrow. When you place your entire human value on those external things, you will always live in constant fear. You fear losing money, losing your position, losing the spotlight. Attachment is the father of anxiety. The tighter you grip, the more stressed you become. The more you want to control, the more helpless you feel. Building an ego based on such fragile things is like trying to stand firm on a melting ice floe in the middle of the ocean. Sooner or later, you will struggle. Therefore, to find peace, the first step is to loosen your hands from those illusions. Do not let them define who you are. Use them, cherish them while they are there. But do not let them bind your freedom. What is truly worth our concern? If wealth and fame will eventually vanish, then what is truly important and worth our full effort to cultivate? The answer lies in invisible but immortal values: virtue, wholesome intention, kindness, and compassion. In the wisdom of Buddhism, the only thing that truly belongs to you and follows you forever is not what you have gathered, but what you have given away. Karma is not calculated by account balances. It is measured by the quality of consciousness. An act of helping others with a non-seeking mind, a gentle word that soothes pain, or a tolerant thought of forgiveness. These are the most precious gems that time cannot erode. Living a life 100 years long while immersed in delusion, greed, and anger is not as good as living a single day fully with awareness and love. What matters is not how long you live, but how deeply you have lived. When you focus on nourishing the beauty of the soul, you will find a solid anchor that nothing can shake, even if the outside world collapses. That is the true treasure we need to seek. Loving without clinging. When we understand impermanence, we will learn the hardest yet, most beautiful lesson of human life: how to love without clinging. My dear friend, we often mistake loving someone for needing to possess them, to keep them tightly by our side forever. But that attachment is not love. It is fear in disguise. When you love with the fear of loss, that love becomes heavy, suffocating, and full of control. Imagine the person you love as cool water in the palm of your hand. If, for fear of the water flowing away, you clench your hand into a fist, the water will seep through your fingers and vanish. The more force you use to tighten, the more you lose everything, leaving only emptiness and a painful hand. But if you relax, gently cupping your hands into the shape of a bowl to cradle that water, the water stays. It is full, complete, and sparkling. Loving without clinging is those open hands. It is when you care deeply and tend devotedly to your loved ones, but you do not bind your happiness to their presence. You cherish every minute of being together. But in your heart, you also understand and accept that separation is an inevitable part of karmic conditions. When you understand impermanence, you will no longer be angry over trivial matters. No longer demand the other person to be perfect. You will love them exactly as they are in this moment. That love becomes light, free, and infinitely tolerant. You are no longer the jailer of love, but a soulful companion. And miraculously, when you no longer try to imprison someone, they want to stay by your side even longer, because beside you, they find the peace and freedom their soul craves. That is the pinnacle of the art of loving. The miraculous transformation in life. When you truly welcome impermanence into your heart, a miraculous transformation will occur in your daily life. You will see the burden of fear and regret decrease by more than half. You no longer lose sleep over a passing opportunity, nor do you torment yourself over old mistakes, because you understand they are currents that have flowed behind you. Your mind becomes lighter and more flexible to receive what is coming. In particular, your relationship with time and age will change completely. You will no longer view aging as a terrifying enemy or a tragedy to be avoided. Instead, you look at gray hairs and wrinkles on your face as glorious marks of maturity and experience. Aging is proof that you have lived, laughed, cried, and walked through the ups and downs of human existence completely. At this point, impermanence is no longer a ghost threatening your happiness, but becomes the wisest teacher. That teacher walks beside you every day, whispering to you to slow down, to drink this cup of tea fully, to hug your loved ones tightly. Thanks to impermanence, your life shifts from the gray tones of anxiety to the vibrant tones of gratitude. You live more deeply, more honestly, and more peacefully. Not because life is no longer stormy, but because you have learned how to lean into the winds of change. My dear friend, closing today's journey, I hope you engrave in your mind that the true meaning of life does not lie in how much you try to hold on to, but in how fully and deeply you have lived. It is because all things are not permanent, because every celebration eventually ends, that each present moment becomes so precious and magnificent. Do not fear vanishing. Use impermanence as the motivation to love more passionately right now. If these shared thoughts bring you relief, please help me spread this wholesome energy with a like and a channel subscription. Wishing you always know how to cherish the present and find serenity amidst the world's myriad changes. Goodbye, and see you again.